Okay. Hello. Good afternoon. My name's savewith
Hello.
Crypto. A little bit stressed actually. Right. I'm here with Maff upstairs there, and I've been having internet problems because I'm actually connecting through my phone at the moment for this one.
Oh, wow.
Obviously,
Okay.
nobody knows about this, do they? Because I haven't told anyone. Hang on a sec. Is it just me and you here?
I think it might be. That's me watching on Maftopia.
Right.
And yeah.
On Maftopia. Oh, hang on. Okay, right. So that thumbnail did work, which is incredible. Okay. So
should we post something on X? Do you think?
You what? Sorry.
Should we post something on X? Do you think?
Yeah. I'm going to do it on the Telegram.
Sure.
Just in case people watch that.
Yeah.
So do that, and I'm going to do.
Oh, got a few more people joining.
I'm going to do Discord as well. Hello, anybody who's joining. Do tell your friends.
And ask them to tell their friends as well.
Yeah. Get a kind of viral thing going on, sort of.
Yeah.
Right, and let me just go to the Discord live stream. And I'm going to say everyone live now in capital letters, exclamation mark. Right. So I've done all that.
I think the more exclamation marks you put, the more people join, because that's how it works.
I think it is, yeah. And I think you have to do it in all caps as well. Right, yeah. I'm going to do X as well. So I'm going to say live now, exclamation marks. All right. Okay. That's about all I can do for the moment, really. But right.
Yeah. Okay.
Morning. Sorry, afternoon rather. Right. So my other computer is booted up, and oh god, yeah. So I spent. Well, Saturday morning, my friend Mr. Delta, he called me up to say he got his Starlink working, and I said, okay, well let's. He wanted to do a test of it, and I said, okay, well let's set it up as if we were doing a live stream. So we had this idea that like we'd do a thing on Thursday nights where we have a chat, you know, and it was working terribly bad, and I think it's probably because he's got like a 2003 MacBook Pro or something, but also obviously what was letting it down was my end of it. So I got all frustrated, and then I called PlusNet and said, like, look, I'm really not happy, So they said, well, we guarantee a minimum of 11.9 meg download speed, and we can see that you're getting 20 to your router at the moment, and I said, well, if I am, I'm getting like 2 at my computer. And they said, well, it's down to your Wi-Fi then. So we went into the Wi-Fi diagnostics and all that. So there's two networks. There's a 2.5 gig network and a 5 gig network. So the 2.5 is obviously slower but more robust, as he described it, and the 5 gig one goes further but is less robust. So I turned off the 5 gig thing, and I managed to achieve a rollickingly fast speed of about 24 meg. And I thought, okay, well that'll do. It's not brilliant, but it'll do. So we kind of left it at that, really. I also said that the problem with the full fiber is they need to apply to the council to dig up the ground, and their latest estimated date is July the 20th. So anyway, so that's where I am with that. But it seemed okay yesterday, and I even uploaded something this morning, which seemed all right. And then I came to set the stream up, and it was just like absolutely dreadful, and I just couldn't do it really. Anyway,
So was this kind of started just like your problem started when you switched to PlusNet? Was it okay? Was it bad? Not as in not great, but kind of acceptable before.
What with Virgin? Yeah, it was. I just couldn't stand how they used to phone me up and try and sell me TV channels. Maybe I shouldn't have been so picky, really.
Probably just block them, block the number.
Yeah, but they might want to call. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, they just sort of irritated me by the way they did the business, you know. And I probably shouldn't have been so. I don't know. Anyway, definitely out of the frying pan into the fire, quite spectacularly, really. Okay,
so quickly what the Combat Master is saying. Hello, by the way. So I have 76.5 and 75.6 daily POC point of control, I guess. What's the M on that? So I'm showing my numptiness with that. But anyway, marked as range for long, quite wide. Was wondering if Quadzilla also shows some levels to long in that range. Oh, we could definitely have a look at that. Thank you. Yeah, monthly point of control. Okay. So in effect, are you saying? Oh, actually, no. We'll probably come to that in a sec. I guess you've got some stuff to cover first, haven't you, about charts and stuff? Yeah. No, we'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we know the Combat Master? Is he one of us? But if not, you're very welcome. And yeah, good to hear.
I've seen you before on the in the live streams.
Okay.
Sure, if you're in the Discord, maybe with a different name or something.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I'll briefly, because I don't know how well this is going to work. I mean, it normally works okay with my phone actually, but it works better than my real internet. So on Friday, the CME closed up here at like 79,160, and then when it opened on Sunday, it kind of opened at, you know, down there 78,315. You know, leaving this big gap here. Obviously, it wicked up there a little bit, so there's a little bit of that gap closed, but not very much.
Yeah.
So what happened? Well, I think what happened was we had this gap here from hang on. So that you can't really see it actually, but so this one here, this was Friday the 1st of May. So that actually Friday the 1st of May, the price closed down there at like 78,225, and then it opened again on the Sunday up here at whatever that is, about 78,900 and something. So there was actually like a kind of gap there back in those days, and so the bottom of that would have been the closing there. So I've moved that down a little bit because we wicked down there on the 4th of May. So there was actually this gap here, effectively, as far as I can see, that was still in effect and hadn't been closed, not fully anyway. So what actually happened was that got closed instead of that one when the CME opened last night. And obviously we've dropped down a lot since then, really. And that's all I was going to say about that, really. But yeah, so that one there that wasn't quite closed, that is now done. So there is a CME gap there. I know the CME gap's all over the place, but so I don't know what's going to happen. So sorry, I'm not being very articulate today. I had a bit of a morning, to be honest, but yeah. So I might hand it over to you, Maff. I did no, but what I will say, is what I did this morning, which was good. Was I published the new version of Quadzilla. So when you go to your Quadzilla, if you've got it already, it will probably say 1.72, and you'll have a little purple circly thing there. So you can give that a click, and you can update to the latest version, and that will probably happen reasonably quick. There you go. And that is the new version of Quadzilla. I did start to make a video about it, and I was aiming to publish it before we did the live stream today, but of course it didn't upload. so I wasn't able to publish that. So when I get a new version of Quadzilla, what I tend to do is I tend to go to the style thing, come down here, and I get rid of that, which gets rid of all that nonsense there. And me being me, I don't like to see labels on price scale either. So that's what I tend to do. So I was kind of hoping, as well as talking about the price and stuff, if we could go over the new features of Quadzilla, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, definitely. I just realised I was on mute, so I may have been saying a bunch of stuff and not speaking. So apologies for that. I don't know how long that was actually for. Since I took a slurp from my coffee, I think.
We tried to interrupt, wasn't it? You know. That might...
Well, it's a bit odd. Yeah. Okay. So if you saw my lips flapping, and no noise coming out, then that was why. So,
okay.
So just very quickly, so Ozzy was just saying g'day, hello, and Combat Master is just saying lurking sometimes, like the analysis that we do here. We all y'all. Thank you, sir. And about it really. Yeah. So we can certainly go through a bunch of the new things that are in this new version of Quadzilla. I probably messed up the version numbering, because I was thinking about it just this morning, that we bumped it from like 172 to 173. Really, it's a 1.8.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, because the little dot numbers are for like a minor tweak, or that kind of thing. Like we changed a blip to a blop, or whatever. Whereas this is actually new features and changes and things. So, but I don't know if you saw the chat that was going on in the Discord about the alerts and stuff.
I did.
And then there's a follow-up comment from Firewatch. If he's around, or when he joins or whatever, I'll bring that up as well. But yeah, so we might get another point release coming up this week, hopefully.
Okay.
And so in which case we can just bump it up to 1.8 at that point.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. That sounds good. All right. Anyway, so for anyone who doesn't know, I'll just turn it off for a sec. So that's what chart looks like. That's the 1 hour BTC USDT chart on the ByBit chart without Quadzilla. With Quadzilla, it looks like that. So what actually happened last night, early this morning, is the price came down to that retracement level here on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see what normally happens when it does that. It sort of comes down to there, overshoots a little bit, and then eventually sort of heads its way back up. So there is that. So to me, looking at that, it is possible that could be near a bottom, a local bottom anyway. And also we've now got this green, what are we calling them? It's
a reversal bar. It's a green bar. I think, to be honest, we'll probably still just carry on calling them green bars and red bars. But if we're referring to them generally, it's a market reversal. So it's a reversal bar officially. Right. But no one will ever call it that. I think it's the thing.
Right. Okay. So these ones here that go from 0 to 100, these are now known as market reversal bars, or if you like, it's a green bar, or a green reversal bar, if you like. But anyway, they're all the same thing. Now we have got one of those here on the 1 hour time frame, which is quite good actually, because you see when they happened before, this one here happened fairly near a bottom there. This one here, definitely so. This one here, it certainly went up. It came down afterwards, but it did go up. This one here, this one was marvelous. So the fact that we've got that is good. Although what seems to be happening now is the momentum oscillator is going sort of down again. So at this point in time, I'd probably be looking at higher time frames. Something like the 4 hour. And the 4 hour, as I mean, it's kind of looking to me like it should reverse and go back up, but I don't think it's going to for some reason. I think there are other things. There are darker forces at bay here. So yeah, maybe we can talk about that as well. Really, one. Oh, I'll let you talk about the features, but
yeah, sure. I mean, you know, if you want to jump in and what's your favorite new feature?
My favorite new feature and is I think, because quite often when I'm doing a video and stuff and I'm, you know, talking about things like the super down indicator, it's always a little bit hard to show. So I normally do that sort of thing and then say it's that little red arrow there, and it's always quite hard to see when it's there, you know. So what you can do now is you can go over to here. I'm actually really pleased about this. Actually, I know it was a little bit controversial when it happened, but yeah. Hang on. So these
I mean, the main thing is in as an option. So, you know, you can, if you want to keep it how it is, then you can do that.
Yeah. So the idea was all the stuff down here is to do with momentum, and all the stuff up here is to do with the price, or I suppose trend as well.
Trend, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Price trend.
Yeah. So what you can do now is, if you wish, these super signals, you can actually show them on the main chart, either as well or instead, or whatever you fancy.
Or
you can even do that with the reversal bars as well. Or not at all, yeah, which is cool. But so if I just add them, so you can see here, I think these are really cool actually, because you know, if you were on something like the weekly time frame, go on, load. That's it. So something like the weekly time frame, and you know, back last year sort of thing. You know, you'd be thinking, oh, okay, well, the price of Bitcoin's up at 122K. You know, I wonder when it's all over. And yeah, pretty much that appeared there. And I don't know. I mean, would you have missed it down there? I mean, I think I did. But
yeah,
you know, seeing that sort of thing there, and
actually,
yeah, and seeing that kind of thing there, and you're thinking like, maybe it's time to sell all my Bitcoin, because it surely can't go down to 60K, can it? And it did. So that's really cool. And you can see that, you know, when you actually see them on the chart, they just look great, you know.
It looks more directional, doesn't it? Like more like a signal, basically, which is obviously what they are.
Yeah, well, I suppose more like you ought to pay attention to them, and you know, on the 1 hour time frame, I mean, these are great, you know, sort of when they appear there. I mean, I know at that point in time you would have been looking down here, you know, but even so, I don't know, just seeing it there is just great. It's really nice. And even on like the 1 minute, you know, which is a peculiar time frame that I seem to spend a lot of time on. You know, if you were doing like little scalps and stuff, you can see here that, you know, you get a super up there, and then, you know, from there you've got like a, you know, you got a 0.25% increase sort of thing, which, you know, you could scalp on a bit of leverage, or these ones here, you know, brilliant. So yeah, I really like that. I think that's my favorite new feature actually. But what shall I do? Shall I hand the screen over to you and let you talk us through what's new? Maybe.
If you like, yeah, I could probably combine it with a bit of TA, I think, and also then after the TA, I'll also just go through because there were some changes in the stats module as well.
Right.
So yeah, we can do all of that really.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's do this.
What happened there?
I'm just clicking the twice jingly thing and nothing's happening.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you. Save with crypto and math. Bears and bulls will dance and move. Altcoins, shortcoins, stocks and forex too. Math and save will start the way. Bears and bulls will dance and
Okay, you'll notice I haven't actually shared yet. I mean, you're having a mare of a day with internet and stuff, but StreamYard,
Yeah.
when I go to share, I'm going to share screen, and it's giving, because normally it has a thing where it lets you share a tab or an actual screen, and I
Right.
want to share the screen, but it's got tabs.
Right,
But none of those are actually TradingView.
is it because you've got TradingView open in the app?
It's in the desktop app. This has never been a problem before. So it's a bit strange.
If it's in the app, you need to go to the Windows bit rather than the tab.
That's what I mean. That isn't there. The thing I normally select isn't there. It's only got the option to share a tab. The rest of it's just disappeared. And TradingView isn't even on the thing. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind chatting among yourselves for a minute, I'm gonna drop out and rejoin. Sorry, it's Monday, isn't it? You can tell. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, okay. In which case, I'm going to. Yeah, that's my screen. Okay. Hang on a minute. I wonder if that's because I don't normally share. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'll actually remove. Oh, it's not going very well, is it? Right. So I'm going to open TradingView in a tab. Right. This is all super slow because I'm connecting through my phone at the moment because my internet is rubbish. Okay. Right. So.
God damn.
So if I. What? Right. Look, I'm just wondering because I'm actually. This thing here that I've got on the screen, that's actually the app, and I don't normally do that. I don't normally share that. I normally share a tab. So I'm going to remove that because in case that's causing a problem.
It shouldn't do. I mean, so, let's try it now. Obviously, they should be totally independent.
Right. Completely. Right. So I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'll do in that case, enough of the faffing around. I'm just going to quickly bring up TradingView on a browser tab. Give me a second. TradingView. And right, in fact, let me bring that down to there. Excuse me, kind of singing as I talk, turning into like a Greek tragedy or something. That is TradingView. Oh, TradingView, where art thou? Choose what to share. In crypto, anything can happen. This is proof of that.
Right, yeah. I mean, you know, yeah. Nice. Oh, okay. You're singing.
This is just not working. It's just all the weird.
Right, okay,
kind of, it's nothing to do with the internet. This is just a weird StreamYard thing where it doesn't want to share my screen, and it's not even showing up all the browser windows and things. It's a bit messed up. Just gonna try one.
Okay.
Apologies. I think we lost half the audience as well, which is starting to
probably
annoy me. not the audience that annoy me. It's just this is annoying me right now. It's ridiculous. You may want to do something else. Talk about some other thing. Sorry. While I'm trying to sort this out.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll share my TradingView tab, and then we can take it from there. Really. Okay. So I'm a bit lost without. I'm lost without you. Anyway, so yeah, so this is the daily time frame, and I'm still seeing this range here. You know, this kind of range between these levels here, possibly even these levels here. So that is quite low. That is like 62.5K. This one is like 68.37 something. That said, I mean, yeah, there are this. I don't know. The fact that we got on that 1 hour time frame, the fact that we got this change in momentum here makes me think that there's probably not much downside left, and that we should be seeing a bounce fairly soon. But I really don't know. See, because everything that's pointing to like the fact that it should go up, it sort of isn't. It seems to be like just stuck down here. So there's something going on. There's I know the president was talking about sort of nuclear war and things like that, and obviously that's not going to be good if that happens. Yeah, you still there?
Yeah, still here. Just clicking
anywhere or not?
Oh yeah, suddenly it just showed up. That's nice. Okay, so you should now see a blue screen. Blue screen of life, I'm going to call it. Let's get positive here.
Scotty, Tap Global having a pump. Yeah, good. It should as well. I mean, they've now got that earn feature, which is something. It's a step in the right direction. I mean, hopefully they get the GBP loading sorted soon, and that will be more of a pump.
Yep. Okay, so hopefully you should be able to see that now. So sorry about that. That was kind of a weird Monday. I was going to say Monday morning. It's Monday afternoon technical snafu, but right, back in business. So a quick look at this then. What we got. So broadcast. Couldn't see the screen. I could very quickly go through the new features in Quadzilla, and I know you mentioned a couple of them, and that ought to sort of segue us kind of into the TA then as we go. And so the things that Save mentioned were so the red-green bars are now kind of market reversal bars, but I'm sure we'll all just continue to call them red-green bars anyway, because we'll be referring to red. They're still like red bars and green bars, but they represent a market reversal, as they always have done, or rather an impending or in progress market reversal. I was going to call them momentum reversal bar, but that's just so many syllables. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But with those, you can, as they've showed just now, you can also show them thusly, and if you do that up on the price chart, and it's oh my god, it's stonksy. It's essentially what we're kind of looking at with those, except not really, but very much not really. They're very different things. Does stonksy even exist anymore? Is it still a going
it does.
thing, or?
I actually yeah, it does. I actually had a chat with Dave this morning about something, and I did ask him, and he said, yeah, they were doing some sort of offer on it this week or something, and but yeah, it's just they're not doing the channel anymore.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably have to catch up on that. On what you're saying, quite like Dave. He's a nice guy. So I think the the majority of people probably won't have that up there, but it's just in case anyone kind of does want them on the price chart. So that's kind of there, but I'll put them back onto the oscillator down here. The other one related to that is for the super signals. Again, what Save was talking about with the super ups and the super downs. You can now have them up here. It's a bit kind of clearer then. It's like, oh, we're on this candle. That is a clear market reversal right there. Very strong. Kind of, we're going that way signal. Albeit in this case, it was a bit short-lived. We did get the market price going up, then after a bit of sideways ranging, it very much went down. So there's that. I'll just put them back in the oscillator again for now. And what else is new? There's a bunch of things. There was, I suppose, really, yeah, down in the stats module. So within this, obviously, we talk a lot about retracing levels stats, and less so about the super up down signal stats. So if I just switch it to that for a sec, bring that over. There's been a slight change basically to how these are counted as, like, excuse me, success or failure type signals. And look at that. I'm actually a little bit suspicious of 100% success out of 23 super downs and 100% out of 17 super ups. What you can do with this, which I'll go through a bit now, is adjust these settings to do with that. Because the way that those are counted is that, like, I suppose that one, for example, let me just, it's on 12 minutes. Let's go to the 1 minute, say. Might find some more decent or sort of thing. You see the detail, the percent's a bit different there now. Yeah, so there's a couple of super ups here. So the way that the success or fail is counted with those is that on the bar close, so in this case, excuse me, it's a bearish candle coming. Let's look at this one. So it's bearish candle coming down. So when that closes, obviously just there, then that's when the stats start counting that as, like, hey, what's going to happen to it. And so it effectively opens a position. It's a sort of virtual position, I suppose, in the sense that okay, it's a short position. We want, sorry, it's the other way around, isn't it? Sorry, my bad. It's a super up, so this is going to open a long position, and it clearly, I would say, kind of got that one wrong, because it immediately kind of went and did that. So, like, on the next bar over, and so yeah, that kind of would have counted as a fail. But, like, how does it count that? Because obviously, normally when you open a position, you expect the price to go into the red a little bit, and then it, you're underwater for a while, and then it comes back. But in this case, it used to be an arbitrary 1% into a loss. So if it went beyond that 1%, it closes the position and counts that as a fail. But you can see here, like, 1%. Actually, that, I mean, we're on the 1 minute, but that, even down to there, that's only like 0.14%. So that wasn't quite the thing. So this is now using something instead called the average true range, and it's a bit more adaptive. And so effectively, there's a kind of moving window that's set by default to 14 bars, just like a 14 candle window, and it kind of just averages out using some clever mathematical formula that's that it's using. So excuse me. So from that, it just kind of averages out, like, the average kind of size of a candle, basically. So it takes into account volatility, and it kind of then, it also behaves differently depending on the time frame and so on. So in this case, where on the 1 minute where the price moves are only like kind of on the order of like 0.01% or 0.1% or whatever of a price move, versus if you're swing trading, looking on the daily, weekly, or even monthly charts, then obviously the percent moves are much, much higher. So in which case a 1% move would get, stopped out much too quickly, because you're not really interested in those little movements on that sort of time frame. So that this adapts to that. And so if you have another look at the settings for those, RSI, let's go into that one, Quadzilla, and back down to the stats. So there's also there, which I'll come to in a sec. So super up down, average true range, length, multiplier. So length is that one, multiplier is that one, and luckily we've got a tooltip about it. So, and also, sorry, I'll come back to that. There's also a quick explainer of that there. So down at the bottom there, super up down stats. The super stats, as I was saying, they're built around the scenario that you open a position at the close of the candle in which the super signal appeared. It uses average true range, or ATR, to provide a meaningful stopped out distance from the opening price. And so, doobity-doo. So if the price initially moves in the wrong direction by an amount calculated by the ATR function, then the position is stopped out, and so counts as a fail. The ATR length, in other words, that number, the 14, is the moving window size. So you can change the window size and sort of have a play around with that and see how it affects the stats. Also, the ATR multiplier, that's kind of how you define how like tight or loose, as it says, the stop loss is. So it's kind of defining your risk reward kind of thingamajigs, like how risky you want your trade to be. So if you set the multiplier to 1.0, then the stop sits basically one typical bar's worth of movement away from the entry. So that's how you set it. So I'm just going to move that for a sec to lose the tooltip. But here, say if they averaged out about that sort of distance, that sort of average bar length, then that'll be the stop size. If this is set to 1.0, but if you want a tighter stop loss, you could set it to 0.5, and then it's about half of the candle width, the candle height, the average candle, whichever one it would be, based on the last 14 bars. So you can move that around. Obviously, setting that to 2 is that's quite a big stop loss. Maybe that's even a bit much. And that's probably why on the 12-minute just now we were seeing these were all 100% yeehaw. Everyone's a winner as long as you're prepared to go like way into a loss in the process. So like keeping an eye on the percent. If I move that down from 2x down to 1x, then these should change a bit. Yeah, you notice they go down a bit. They're still very, very reasonable. So now the average stop loss is more kind of that rather than twice that. As I say, if we move that to like 0.5, they'll go down even more. Yeah. So half a average candle size within that 14-bar window, 14-minute window on this really, still gives you like decent odds really. So 77% of the super downs, are still successful. They might move into a loss a little bit by that half a candle width, half a candle length, but then go into a profit. And 66% for the super ups, which is kind of okay. Like if I move that now to the 12-minute, get some actual candles, and you can see now, like whereas before when the multiplier was set to 2x, and they were 100% each, but now they're at 0.5, So that's a much more kind of realistic 70 to 78% success rate for those. So yeah, it just gives you something a bit more to kind of play with on that. Oh, hello, Firewatch. This is your fault, by the way. This is all your fault. I was just talking about the stats and the new settings in the new version of Quadzilla. So when did you post it? Oh, good. So you posted that about 10 minutes ago. So hopefully you got all that I was just talking about. So yeah, any thoughts on that? And also, Monday-itis. I thought it was a Monday tits, and I was wondering what you're talking about. We're going bird watching or something. But Monday-itis, that's the thing. Apologies. So that's that. And what else is there? He's still there, Save?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, my daughter texts me with having car problems, so I'm just trying to console her as well. Okay. No, I don't. I will go at 1 o'clock though. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Bitcoin's gone up a little bit. Actually.
Right. Have a quick look at that. So what I'll do then, let's actually switch the stats off for now. And I was going to very quickly just mention that. So this only counts stats from the latest N bars. I think that may have been Firewatch who was asking about that as a possibility. But essentially now, so 5,000 is kind of the maximum number of bars back that Quadzilla counts from in any case on any chart. But if you wanted to look at the stats just from like the latest back to just say there, if you're actually like where is there a super down actually? So like say 100 bars back, so, you could do that. It might, yeah, so none. But the first one, I think that's the first one, isn't it? Appears there. So we could kind of like find like how many bars back was that one, and it was maybe 200 or something. There's a quick way to find where it is. Like you can kind of scrunch the chart and then just find the range, like so. So that was basically 260 bars. Okay, so if I then go to stats and go, like if we just wanted to only count that one bar, then you could, it's 260, I put 270 just to cover it. It might actually count that one as well. There you go, one super up, one bullish. And according to this, that one was a success. And this being on the 1 minute, no, sorry, it's 12 minute, isn't it? Okay, this being on the 12 minute, would have gained $148 or 0.19% of the Bitcoin price difference. So we can have a little look at that one in that case and see, was that true? Hope so, given this is a live demo of the thing. So yeah, essentially, so that would have kicked in, started counting at the close of that bar, and so yeah, and so after that, yeah, the price went up. So by roughly that amount that it was talking about, was it $148, which is actually up to kind of there, yeah, basically that. So correct. It's you would have had a gain of that amount if you'd gone all the way to there and then counted that as a peak, and then this stops counting then when the price comes back down to the initial like opening level. I think your webcam froze on a quite a stern look, so I'm feeling quite intimidated at the moment. Anyway, so there's that. Yeah. Similarly, if there was a bunch of super ups or downs or whatever all the way back here, and you only wanted to count like those, you could also do this via the replay. Like if you move that to like there, zoink, then it starts counting from that. So whenever that was, last Wednesday, 4:36 p.m. That's now like kind of like the latest bar in the replay. So given that one's just there, we could just kind of set that to I don't know, 10 bars back or something, and it should find it. Yeah, there you go. So it's that one. Also a success. And I hope that actually was. Yeah, basically, because it started there, the price just went straight up, kind of up to there, in fact, and touched the 9 EMA, and then just plopped back down. So, yeah, fun with stats. So let's come out to the replay. So, yeah, quick look then at the TA. Go to the 1 hour, say. And I'm just going to hide my drawings just for a sec. Yeah, 1 hour was really interesting. It's just had that retracement level there. There.
Yeah, it was a good.
Which was 77. And in fact, obviously it sort of continued, and it kind of so the price came down to that level, went below, and in fact that actually became resistance for a little while until the price now is kind of smashed up through it. Managed to get up through the 9 EMA fairly easily, and in fact now it's kind of bounced off the 21 EMA, the yellow one, but yeah, so we should hopefully see that kind of come up and maybe get to there, because if it reaches that bearish retracement level, then that would also complete that market structure there, sort of U-shape type of thing, which would be nice. Whether it does or not, I'm not sure. I mean, well, I kind of hope it does, because there is a bit of it. Actually, this bit is going to come back on. Lots of stuff. Should find a clearer chart. Yeah, that'll do. It's like on here, definite sort of just, well, saying that definite downward trend is not really. I mean, it is, but how clear cut is it? It's doing a bit of that, isn't it? I mean, you could kind of say it's that. That's happened, isn't it? So essentially, price is very much trending downwards, and with the price kind of on the wrong side of the trend line, is it? But then came down to there and excuse me, broke through. Now it's on the correct side of the trend line, and in fact, it's kind of doing a bit of ranging. So does that mean the price is going to stay on the right side of the trend line? Because that probably does give it a bit of a needful area to hold, really, like hold the line, hold the sloping line, really. So might see that happening. If it did get up to there, great. But in any case, then something like that, maybe, don't know. Which would be like down to 75-ish. So, but if we, sorry, just looking at Firewatch's message, can we go higher than 5,000 bars so that like 5-minute time frames can always get, say, 6? No, sorry, it's not just because I'm feeling mean. No, not. It's a limit within TradingView. So like any indicator can only go up to like about 5,000 bars in any case. So we're just Quadzilla just kind of pushes to that maximum, which is also kind of why you often see it. It takes quite a while to draw initially when you bring Quadzilla into a chart. It's because it's gone all the way back to the maximum it can possibly go to start calculating and plotting and things. So yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going to go to higher time frame on this. So if I go back to the other chart, yes. Sorry, this. Let's do this, and maybe take that to the weekly. Yeah. Switch off Quads for just a sec, and yeah. So obviously we've been tracking this for a while. This pattern, these kind of price ranges since the all-time high, and obviously the bull market peak and so on, bull market top, and down to like where's the bear market bottom going to be. And as I was saying before, so that went like 36% down, recovered a bit, 36% down, recovered a bit, 36% down, question mark, question mark, question mark. You know, it might be because of course also we've been tracking the 200 daily moving average kind of for quite a while as well, and kind of as expected, you know, the price came up. I mean, on this it looks like it touched the 200 daily, but in fact if you zoom into lower time frame it didn't. It just kind of like is within like a few dollars or whatever, but probably good enough given it's just maths, historical math stuff. It's, you know, could view that as that's happened. So it's touched the 200 daily SMA, and now kind of heading back down, and also it's kind of given that price structure just there. There's obvious kind of, actually sorry, I'm just going to draw that instead as a horizontal line because it goes back. It's kind of relevant along there as well. So yes, there's obvious like support just there if the price were to come down. So if it was just finishing what it's doing, that, and then kind of down, then, you know, that maybe, or that, and then that, you know, could be any of those really. So I think by the time it gets to that, we'd have a much clearer idea of which is going to be the most likely thing to happen there. So in any case, if the 200 daily carries on down like what it's doing there, which is entirely possible, that it just follows the price down, you know, just that one's up. It could kind of, because there the price is doing that. It's leveled off a bit now because the price has come out to meet it. But if this is not so much worst cases, like terrible case, no, price just doing that, then this will probably kind of move down with it pretty much. Even though it's a 200 daily, it should be like very, very slow to respond. But because it's already doing that, you virtually see like a parallel lines, like track lines, just kind of heading down to wherever, zero, you know. So I'd be a bit surprised if it worked out that way. Obviously it won't, because even for Bitcoin the price just doesn't do that, you know. But something to keep in mind that we could be slightly on the precipice there of a pretty major kind of downward thing, and I guess I could maybe go into the where is the bear market bottom likely to be, but I've covered that a few times already in the last few live streams. So maybe
I tell you what, you know your indicator, your bottom and top indicator thing.
Oh yeah. Bring it on. That one.
Oh, if you want, yeah. But have you still got a problem with it disappearing, or you're getting hidden by TradingView?
don't think I did have it. Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm very interested. I haven't actually looked, to be honest. I think because
Okay.
I think if you've got the script, sorry, if you've got the indicator, as in the sense that you've added it to a chart, it's probably there. I just need to republish it, I think, is the thing.
Okay.
Because it is
No,
kind of like banned by them at the moment.
Yeah. No. One thing I thought is what you could do to get around that is you could make it an invite only script, and then we'd have to tell people about it, but
yeah,
you could do that.
It's fine. No, I want to keep it open source and discoverable and so on. So
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I just want to. So yeah, I just need to get around to republishing it. So I haven't got around to it yet. But yeah, so yeah, maybe I'll come back to that some other time actually. So not on this chart. Let's go to maybe that one. Oh yeah, actually, let me just take that out for a second. And those were there before. What we did have, yeah. So this was. Let's just bring back. Was it? This here was what we were kind of drawing in on here, from probably the last live stream, I think. Like talking about the 200 daily SMA coming down. So as you can see, the price did kind of like not quite touch it, even there, but it's probably close enough that it counts. So actually, if I take that away now, because obviously we've had these candles since then, I'm just curious to know, like, was that, did the price follow that line? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So that kind of sort of worked out as drawn in, as scribbled in, really. What we've got here, interestingly, is that there's the 9 EMA, the cyan, is coming down, potentially about to cross under the 21 EMA. So 9 EMA about to cross under the 21 EMA, and meanwhile the price kind of wicks down today and just bounced off the 55 EMA. So that in itself is almost like a sort of absolutely must hold the line sort of a rebound. But these have been very much just kind of like lower lows all the way down. Long wicks though, so there's some bullishness there. There's some price reaction going on to that. So those dips are being bought up each day. But as it is, that's so far, depending on how today closes, it's a series of just 4 consecutive bearish candles, and also, of course, like especially on that one, relatively long wick to the upside, and sort of suggesting that there is a bit of a battle going on in terms of that. So in terms of like choosing a direction, so just seems a bit bullish. No, the other way around. Seems a bit bearish, I think, looking at that. What's your feeling on that in terms of just up or downiness on that?
I'm feeling a bit of up for a bit of up in the near future, and then dump later. I think that's what I'm feeling.
Hope so. There you go.
Mainly because
went bullish as you said that. So,
there you go. That's just needed me to say it, really.
Yeah, positive vibes.
Yeah, no, it's kind of because of the the green bars and stuff on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin. That kind of thing. I mean, it's not often you get that and you don't see it go up a reasonable amount.
True.
So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. What I would say with this, I mean, that line I just drew in kind of highlights that there was resistance there before, and it kind of fell away quite sharply. Different pattern here, though. Here it was very much support until it became resistance, and obviously it's resistance at the moment. We might potentially be range bound there if I did a continuation of even just like the 55 EMA. Don't know how valid that is really, but we might potentially be a bit range bound there for a short space of time, I would think, if at all. But then we have got that bullish retracement just there, so it might be a sort of completion of that, and then that, something like that. It's not very convincing because I drew it that happening, but like before the stuff that's already happened. So stuff, god damn it, there. Let's just pretend that's a really accurately drawn line, and then kind of down to there, like so. And obviously, and I know there are straight line drawing tools in TradingView. I should probably use them a bit more. So that's just something to keep in mind. Sort of a TP pattern, isn't it? That might happen to complete that structure and complete that retracement pattern as well, which should be down to 68.8. So I think, in fact, yeah, because I just deleted that Fibonacci retracement thing, so I might just draw that back in. Let's take that out, and that one. Do this first. So we've got something to work with, and so I suppose really from there, which 64.9. So since then, we've obviously had this kind of pretty big move to the upside, which brought us up to there. So, and coming back down. So these are these actually valid? Click on here, maybe on the 4 hour. Does that give us a better? Sorry, it's too many lines. Hide that for a sec. So, kind of, yeah. I mean, so I guess that. So the 0.618 very much just kind of ties in with where there's liquidity around there. So the price tried to get above into that next range, failed there, was above in that range, very much in the top half of that range, blah, 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 blah. Then back down within there. So that would definitely be a price to watch for if it dropped to 76,000. You wouldn't really want to see it drop below 76,000 because then it's kind of down to down, you know, down back to the basically the lower 70s, you know. So yeah, has to hold that line if it's going to keep this rally protracted for a bit longer. And it does have a hint of inevitability about it, doesn't it? That it's going to be down quite soon. It's just like how long until then.
Yeah.
So
Scott is asking about ton. I've not looked at ton for ages.
New. Okay, yeah. Have a quick look at that in just a sec. There's some, oh yeah, actually I'll remove that for now. Maybe go out to the daily. So this is going to bring in the VRVP for a sec. And does that give us anything much to go? That, oh, okay, sorry, that retracing about 89. I mean, that would be nice. I don't know if that's going to reach there. You never know. You never know. Sorry, I'm just going to up the this setting. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. I should have made that the default for this new release as well. I'll try and remember to do that for the next one. So yeah, okay. So very much it's kind of like mid-range between that area of liquidity there, the order volume rather, and kind of that area. So I think if the price does drop from here, you might expect it to drop fairly quickly down to where there'll be kind of orders waiting to be liquidated around there. Similarly, if it got back above that trend line, I think really, then there would also be kind of a fairly quick move up to here, that area, which is also marked out in fact by 2 retracement levels. So a bit of confluence there. Similarly, could expect to see that happening fairly quickly, like this level of quickly in either direction. So another thing to keep in mind. Very quickly put in the retracement channels as well. See if that gives us anything. Oh, a bit, yeah. So still on the daily, so you can kind of see from that the price was kind of battling it out to get above into the more bullish kind of premium level, premium half of that retracement channel. Stayed up there for a bit, not very convincingly, and now it's back down into the sort of discount half of that. So it didn't. I mean, it obviously straddled that fair value level for a while, but yeah, it's very much back down here now. So, and I think pretty much to get back above there would obviously mean getting above that level, which is at 79, more or less 79k, which is pretty close to that trend line as well. It kind of needs to get above both those really in order to really move higher. But as I was saying with that, I think if it manages to do that, then looking at that kind of there, it should be a fairly quick move then up, kind of up to there. You know, maybe there, but very likely up to there if it's going in that direction anyway. So, yeah, the daily does have a bunch of red bars, unfortunately, and super down was flashing there, but that was some number of days ago. On the 1 hour, then I realise the chart's getting a bit messy now. There's a lot of stuff on there. So let's switch off VRVP at least. So, I mean, I see what you mean about this. It's short term, got a bit of a bullish vibe to it, isn't it? That we could well see the price kind of at least come up to there, and in addition to retracing to that level, which is 78.3. There'd also be kind of all of that liquidity there as well for it to sup on, you know, that kind of thing. We're up to there, you know, completing that level. But then if it does that, it's coming back up to the 200 daily, which I'm not sure how often that really happens in a bear market. Like whether it kind of touches that once and bounces away forever, or if it has before kind of, you know, rebounded off it and then come back and headed to the upside. So yeah.
Oh, where's the vaults here?
Oh wow! Hello. So I hope my TA isn't making you chuckle too much. It's like, what is this guy going on about?
You're saying personally seeing a bit of up. So there you go. I don't know. I'm going to have to go. I'm really sorry about this, but something kind of came.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I think to be honest, we're pretty much done in any case, aren't we? I think Scotty did ask about ton, didn't he? And
he did.
So I'll very, very quickly bring it. If you need to run, just you run. I
can go, and I'm quite happy to sort of put it on my phone and have a little listen in if you want to just finish off the last few minutes. And because I'm quite interested to see what you've got to say. Actually,
what is it? Oh god, it was on Dex. That's why weird things are showing.
Is that all right if I do that?
I think to be honest, I'm I'm done. I probably need to get back to doing sensible things, real life stuff. Ton on the 1 hour, by the way, is looking quite bearish, I think. And on the daily,
I'm going to shoot off. Can I leave you to lock up then?
Yeah, I'll lock up.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right. I'll see everyone tomorrow. And thanks. Do like and support math. All right. See you later.
Running out the door. So yeah, turn on the daily is kind of looking. Oh wow! It came up very nearly touched that the step 3 of that bullish retracement level there. Didn't quite get to it, which is kind of a significant thing. It's a significant read in its own right. Similarly, didn't get it to there, obviously, but didn't even manage to get up and touch that one. So that in itself is a very bearish sign, because there's kind of a price magnet, if you like, that's like lurking there, and yeah, didn't make it. So back down to here, there's a step 3 of that bearish retracement. There, the price is already just smashed, as on the daily, isn't it? Price already kind of smashed down through the 9 EMA. Also a bearish sign. It didn't even, I suppose it reacted with it a bit, it smashed down through it, leveled off, couldn't reclaim above the 9 EMA, just carried on down. It might do the same again. Be a bit surprised if it breaks above that now, given just how the chart looks overall. At this red bar here, which is very much just, yeah, there's much downness to be had from the looks of that. Yeah, I'd say that's fairly bearish. There's actually looking at that. I mean, if because they're it draws in a slightly naive sort of way, but say if there's that sort of structure, like so, there you go. If I add an arrow ahead, it makes it look like I know what I'm talking about. So the price could sort of, I mean, or rather, you'd expect the price to do that, to come up, but really what's happened is that it kind of tried to do that and failed. So yeah, it just, I think I've kind of picked a direction in any case by saying I think it's going down, but I was about to say that I don't really want to pick a direction. It's more just like looking for confirmations and things. So like wherever the price goes. So the with this, so that has started to form a retracement channel between the that bullish level and that bearish level. Like so the 50%, the fair value level of that is kind of there. I'll just draw that in, and also ties in with what was kind of resistance there. So obvious kind of just liquidity on that bit, and but as it is, the price is kind of, I don't know. I guess that's sort of a relevant level because it was like, I drew that a bit weirdly, but still, there's kind of support there, dropped down through it, became resistance. Now it's back onto that as support again. So I think if the price breaks down below that, which is like maybe call it 1.9, if a price breaks below 1.9, maybe closes below that, then that's kind of like sayonara time, and it might well come down to this level here, and who knows where from there. Not looking all that great a chart, is it, overall? It's a bit of a oh dear kind of a chart at the moment. Yes, that's ton. I was looking for ways to be a bit bit more positive about it, but I don't think there is really. It's looking terrible. So I think we're probably done. Obviously, Save has skedaddled, and so we're back. Probably not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday, isn't it? But maybe tomorrow afternoon, depending. I think it's going to be up to Save if he wants to do a live stream tomorrow. Otherwise, Wednesday. And what else have we got? Potential new Maftopia video on the horizon, which will actually be about the science of storytelling and just how kind of. Oh, actually, let me bring up the thing if I can find it. Where's the thing? Not that thing, the other thing. Where's the thing? That? Yeah, probably not. It's showing all the. Oh wow, the untethered cell. Okay, probably get that. Let me go to here at least. If you don't have Quadzilla, we've been featuring it quite a lot today, and there you go. Go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ for the details, and do join the Discord as well. That's savewithcrypto.org/Discord to get you there. And I guess we didn't look at the liquidation heat map, so I'm all over the place at the moment. Just how do I wrap this show up? I should just shut up and hit end stream. That's probably how. In the meantime, I'll keep rambling. So yeah, this is the 24-hour liquidation heat map. That very much suggests upside, which is pretty much what Save was suggesting, and also what Quadzilla and the charts generally were suggesting on the 1 hour. That we've got some short-term upside, at least up to kind of, I suppose 77.7, and also reflecting what the VRVP was showing, that if the price does drop below kind of that kind of level, then it's going to be a fast track ride down to that's 76.4 and beyond and below, in which case then it'll be probably plummeting further down through all of that liquidity. So something to keep in mind for the short term. Is that loading? Is that doing anything? Not really. Do check out this on maftopia.com. It's the price action patterns thing and how to horizontally center a title as well. And yeah, just check it out. It's good. It was a Vibe coded widget, and there's a Maftopia video about it, I think. And lots of things you can search on them, like I don't know. What we haven't seen on Rising Wedge. I'll put Falling Wedge. Falling Window. Let's go to that one. Things like that, and it tells you all about them. Like so if you go to maftopia.com, then from there's links to that, and also the musical kind of like rhythm visualizer wazometer thing as well. And oh yeah, saying so new Maftopia video coming up hopefully this week, just about storytelling but in the science behind it, and the fact that really, because in a slightly negative sounding way, our like visual presence and way of sensing stuff, our sense of reality is a thing just like within our skulls. It's not actual reality, it's just what we're perceiving of it. So, and the brain kind of constructs kind of a narrative of the stuff we're seeing around us, and obviously fills in gaps and things, and we often see that in kind of like, oh, did I just see? Oh no, I didn't. Like, did I just see a black cat in the hedge? No, it's a tiger coming to attack me or something. That kind of thing. So yeah, kind of a video about that, and how storytelling just kind of pervades everything. Is that solipsism? I suppose so. Yeah. I mean, it probably is, because I know that only I exist. No one else does. So probably, yeah. So lots of things to look forward to, really, including that. And I'm going to wrap up there. Have fun. Thanks everyone for tuning in and commenting and so on. And That stuff blows my mind. Yeah, same, to be honest. It's really profound. So I'm kind of looking forward to digging into that one, really. And yeah, see you next time. Ciao. How many buttons and stuff to click? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Let's try that again.